Hello, beautiful souls. DL here with Intimate Sanctuary. Such a pleasure to design and spend precious time with you again. If this is our first encounter, I greet you with love. Welcome. I was inspired during the Zodiac calendar setup to incorporate a This Book Belongs To intro page. I usually work in BuJo notebooks that already have this element set in place, but I must admit it was a breath of fresh air to create my own intro. I am really impressed with these gel pens I used throughout the setup. I really love my Jelly Roll pens, but I went heavy on this bronze Master's Touch Fine Art Studio pen from Hobby Lobby, and it's still with me as I prep for the Taurus BuJo theme. So I am pretty stoked about that actually. And here is the finished product. Here's a list of other materials I used for the following cover and setup design, and the materials I used for the drawings are mentioned down in the description box below. However, feel free to use whatever materials fit best for your creativity and or home. I was led to the website mashaplans.com and came across Trust in the Magic of New Beginnings. I knew right then and there what I was going to do for the cover and theme for Aries. Aries is the Zodiac royal bloodline of new beginnings. It signifies an awakening, taking action toward those dreams we've held on to for far too long. It's the season of rebirth and putting yourself first. When I think about Aries, rebirth, and new beginnings, I immediately reminisce about childhood and the joy of being immersed within pure imagination. I had to do it. We were allowed to dream of becoming anybody we wanted to be. A basketball player, a singer, or like me, an actor. But somewhere along the road, especially if what we want to be is in creativity, we're told to grow up and get a real job. Sometimes that phrase, or phrases like it, can be the most damaging words spoken, especially for artists. So that's why I decided to celebrate childhood and a time where culture was built for creative millennials. There was a network for kids called Nickelodeon and the innovation of classic 90s Disney. There was SNCC and TGIF, nostalgic moments during such a poignant time of growth where art and culture were a way of life. So I wanted to capture a piece of that joyous time in this season's BuJo theme. Every week is inspired by a beloved childhood film or television show to serve as a reminder that in the beginning, always maintain a childlike openness, a receptivity to that which you cannot see. Trust your HP, your higher power, that life seeks to unfold only your greatest good, and you are destined to soar within it. I went all in on this cover and brought this quote to life with two giants of make-believe, Nickelodeon and Disney. It felt so good to finally paint in my BuJo. I always encourage to venture out of the norm and add mixed media to your creative BuJo. Having artistic skill is not required for bullet journaling. But if you decide, like me with this one, to keep a creative bullet journal, go outside the lines and challenge your creativity. Since the color that corresponds with Aries is red, I decided to complete this cover with a royal blood metallic gel color for the Aries ribbon. You guys, I had such a blast working on this. But this cover will not be complete without honoring one of my favorite pastimes of pretending to sit on an orange couch and watch SNCC, especially getting the courage to watch
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Did you like that? So, dare I say the magic words, Abra.
Cadabra. The cover page captured in picture.
Can't stop doing it. And the cover in real time. This funky little element takes me right back to childhood. I mean, glow in the dark, yes. That is Nickelodeon. No, that is Snick. And I claim you have enjoyed gliding down memory lane with me. I hope you are receiving major creative value and love out of this. If you are, go on and share and bang that like and subscribe button so I can continue to bring you creative value and love month to month. And now,
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
the ARIES Monthly Log. Although this month's theme is focused on childhood and creativity, I wanted to keep true to the design of the bullet journal method system monthly log as humanly possible. You begin the monthly log setup by taking the days of your month and numbering down the page on the left side of the spread. While the calendar goes on the left side, the mental inventory goes on the right. The mental inventory is basically all the tasks that you have to do for the month. And remember, anytime that you write down a task, you're committing a yes to following through with that task. So make sure that everything that goes on this list is priority to-dos for the month. We'll go over the 4 main collections, which are the index, the future log, the monthly log, and the daily logs in another video so that we can break down all the deets. So sticking with the theme, I wanted to go classic Disney, and you can't go more classic than Mickey Mouse. This character has been around for decades and has captured the hearts of each decade ever since. That is a true accomplishment. The black pen that I decided to work with as my outliner is actually a medium tip point Sharpie. I'm gonna tell you, this is right up there with my Faber-Castells. I'm pretty shocked, but I really love outlining with this pen. A major intention that I have for this creative bullet journal is to track my self-care, and that is something that I really have to work on. And I mentioned in the setup video that I was following Valerie Tejeda's Self-Care by the Signs audiobook and hold a self-care intention for each sign. An Aries self-care theme is putting yourself first. There are so many different things throughout the day that come up as distractions and obligations and expectations. And we have to remember that through it all, we must make sure that we are okay first, so that whenever we are serving others, we can actually serve from a full cup and not from an empty one. Ah, the Rugrats. Now this was my favorite show growing up with Nickelodeon. I did not miss an episode. So there was no way I was not going to put this as one of my weeks in this Child Essence BuJo theme. What I want to do with each weekly spread is break down how you can do different types of spreads in a creative bullet journal. Love it. Now, I do want to emphasize that this is not a normal bullet journal. This would be considered a creative bullet journal, and if you are a creative bullet journaler, then I would highly suggest that you start to figure out what type of spreads you like to do for your weekly spreads so you don't have to think too much on design and can get right into keeping up with what is most important for you with looking over what you've done for the week. This spread is actually inspired by having an idea of a drawing or a picture that you would like to color or just express yourself in an artistic way and designing your days around that art piece. This can make your week very meditative. This is a spread idea I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And all in all, this definitely goes down as one of my faves of the weekly spreads. When I say I am so excited, for May 26th, 2023. There are truly no words. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is going to be truly magical. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Disney, I'm so grateful. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. Oh, there's so many different things that I could say about The Little Mermaid, but for now, I will say that I am so incredibly grateful to be able to take my 8-year-old Keeson, who is my cousin, but really is so close to me. She's my little niece, who just had her 8th birthday and was the most beautiful mermaid on the planet. I cannot wait to take her to see this incredible, magical film and see her skin in that beautiful green fin and red hair. I'm so serious. I cannot wait. So instead of actually putting the old Little Mermaid that I grew up on, I have left room on this spread to play around with some ideas. Either I'm going to put a picture of her birthday party there, or I'm going to draw something of the new Little Mermaid. I'm not sure yet, but right now I just wanted to keep it open, and this is a great segue into what this spread design inspires. This spread design is for those moments where you don't necessarily have the artwork down yet that you want to do, but you do have the theme that you can go on and incorporate into your boxes for each day of the week. Now this is one of my favorite movies.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
When I watch this movie, I immediately imagine that it is the universe speaking back to humanity, saying what you have at your fingertips is absolute magic. And know that your job is simply to bask in the beauty of this thing called creation and create any type of beauty you desire within it. All you have to do is do it.
If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world. There's nothing to it.
Now this spread is probably my favorite spread that I have done. I wanted to just draw basic boxes for my days of the week and leave an entire page available for me to just do what I call meditative drawing. Just let it unfold as it comes throughout the week. And this came out better than I could have ever imagined. I think that I am going to do a meditative drawing spread for one of my weeks every month of this year, because I truly found such joy and such peace doing this spread. I loved it. If you are an artist, I highly encourage you to try out this drawing meditation, because I claim for you that it rocks your world the way it rocked mine. Aries' key phrase is I am, the boldness of the self. It's ruled by Mars, the god of war. Its element, fire. Its archetype, the warrior. And what better way to represent our Aries sign at its core and conclude our childhood theme than the Wonder Years. I cannot tell you how much this show inspired so much of my own creativity and storytelling growing up. And for this weekly spread's inspiration, I decided to just stick with the logo design as my inspiration for the full spread. And this is a long week, so this is the end of Aries, and it has not only a full week, but 3 days into another week. So I wanted to go on and put the entire long week on one spread. And that's why I decided to do just a minimalist yet theme-inspired weekly spread design. There was nothing more unique than telling the story of such a riotous time through the eyes of a 12-year-old boy. The Wonder Years was truly an innovative show. This story talks so much about finding out that the world is not so innocent and how we respond, and that each of us are on our own individual walks. And we have to respect each one, but mostly we have to respect the one that we are on ourselves. And now for the final flip through. You guys, it has been an absolute joy and a trip going down memory lane with you. I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have. Literally, this has been such a nostalgic experience for me. I just feel like curling up with my favorite blanket and some popcorn and, watching a couple of episodes and a couple of movies that just have pure childhood joy. I hope that you are encouraged to do the same thing, and I hope that you have gotten some incredible value out of different weekly spreads that you can do in your creative bullet journal. Make sure you tag me in any weekly spreads you are inspired to create, and allow me to serve you with these words of encouragement. As much fun as we've had, beginnings are quite a whirlwind as we find our footing and learn to maintain balance between service and self-care. But during the process, remember that the beginnings are the most magical part. It is the place where nostalgia and the good old days are born. Trust in the magic. Be immersed in pure imagination. Learn to ride the waves and flow with the current of life. And last but not least, be renewed by every wonder of every year you're gifted. In this Aries season, trust in the magic of new beginnings. And now I am so excited to present to you the first ever sponsor appreciation. And here we go as I get everything together because, I just want it to look nice and pretty. Okay, here we go. Thank you to all of the top sponsors, and thank you so much for all who have supported putting together this video and all the videos that have come before. Thank you again for staying with me throughout the entire video. Your love and support is always truly appreciated. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And definitely tag me in any pages or spreads that you do that were inspired by this video. I'd love to see them. Peace and love to you forever, and I will see you next time. Au revoir.